Good morning and welcome to Fortnite and Chill with Sephiroth TX. It is a Wednesday morning, hump day, Wednesday my dudes. Welcome back to Fortnite, my most commonly played game, especially for the Fortnite and Chill crap. Not a lot of news today, but some big news if you don't keep too close to the news events, so we'll put that as soon as we get started. But first, let's take a look at our item shop. Relax Fit Jonesy is back out. Nice. I actually like him a lot. It's a mixture of like the dude from the Big Lebowski and Fat Thor. Put those together, you get Relax Fit Jonesy. He comes with a bitten burger. He has a snacks tool. I don't have the snacks tool. I didn't really feel like I needed them. Basically, just big axes with donuts in the back you can chew on. Christina's back in case you didn't have enough, you know, creepy tomato people in your life. Sizzle's also back in case you wanted a female burger. Foxy is back. They have Halloween outfits. So does the other version. The Box Baxter is back as usual. The tools don't have updates to the skins. Something they really need to work on is updating all the tools with the skins. Hope wrap. Unfortunately, it doesn't pop. I think it should pop. Ooh, there's an oldie. Fly Trap from Season 4. This is the season I came in. The season of Heroes versus Villains and the seasons of Meteors. Or the Meteor. Hitting the ground, wiping out Dusty Divot. Near. That said, even if you ignore him, if you have Ivy, his tool and his glider would very well fit Ivy. I don't even know what I have for Ivy's glider right now. I don't have Ivy out as part of the thing. Anyway, so whatever. Triceratops and Rex are back out, along with their actually pretty cool gun wraps. Looks like for the daily, Ragsy is back out, aka Zombie Bear. She has regular jacket. It's cool, the jacket gives it like an 80s aesthetic pop. Regular glow, which the leftover set always have a glow version. Glow with the jacket. Volley Girl is back from Season 7. She's basically just a tennis player. Probably around the time the golf course for the 1%ers came out in the North End. There's a new one. Is that it? I guess it's okay. 200. I guess it's okay for a 200. This one's pretty good, actually. It's kind of weird seeing Venom do it, but it's a good one. Electro Shuffle's actually a really good one, too. And Sakin is, I guess, just playing with the hack sack. Kratos is still here. Kind of surprised. He's supposed to be out soon. I don't know when. And that's about it. Nothing really new for the thing, just a bunch of re-releases. None of that emote my friend was looking for. What do we have for quests today? Pistol elimination still, supply drops, damage to vehicles. Good. Stuff I can run in Team Rumble. Upgrade weapon I have to do in solos. Harvest building materials I can do in Rumble. And destroy structures at Jarburger. I'll do that first. Let's hit in the solos and do that one, and then we'll go upgrade a weapon over in freaking Dirty Locks. So I only have two news. Well, three news. First news is I have my avatar changed to my actual logo on my PlayStation. I don't know why Skull is sitting over there in the corner still. Maybe he's the last vestiges of the not my logo Poor guy's like, no, I'm a Final Fantasy character too. But my Sephiroth TX logo should be there. I don't know why it's not showing up. It's everywhere else on my PlayStation. It's just not over there. So I'll have to figure that out later. Anyway, to actual news. Big if you're a gamer. PlayStation is shutting down production of all but one version of the PS4 Pro. That means no PS4s, no PS4 Slims, no PS4 Pro White. I think that was a white one. And a bunch of the other PS4 Pros are going out of style. This is so they can produce more PS5s, so our choices to buy them aren't just, you know, $1,000 priced rip-off consoles from scam artists. Speaking of scam artists, I'm really surprised when actual retailers are out there scalping this shit. Sears, the retail company Sears, has PlayStation for about $1,000 on their website right now. The Sears is scalping PlayStation. What the F? Not cool, Sears. I'm going to call you out on that. I called you out on Twitter. I'm going to call you out not for everything. There's also some car company, but I don't remember that one. It was like a car parts retailer that in the back of their entire store had $1,000-something PlayStation 5. So, frick you retailers. Kinda get normal losers. Normal scalpers. I get them doing that. This is the... I get normal retailers doing it, but... not normal retailers, normal people doing it. I'm being bountied already? Probably by the guy below me. Well, I'm not gonna live very long. How many more do I gotta go on this? I can't read it. Oh well, I still gotta do more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 maybe? Could have found a hunter user. That's actually quite hilarious. What? Oh my god, I'm an idiot. Closest one will be the Burger food truck all the way freak over here. I need a car. Vehicle. I don't know why. I'm always used to just dropping and destroying Pizza Pit. I guess. Can I have a car, please? Vehicle. Please don't be booted. So yeah, that's the, well, they're both good news, but that's the good news for gamers. PlayStation 4 will go out, so if you want a PS4, go get it now. I do recommend it. The Pro's amazing. It's 4K. It looks clean and crisp. It's not going to be as powerful as PS5. It'll play all your PS4 games. Its size at a terabyte, if you get the terabyte one, is better than the PS5 size right now. And it will work with external hard drives to play. I'm currently playing Fortnite off an external hard drive. which is something PS5 really needs to work with, because PS5's, while it has a terabyte hard drive, only about half of it is usable. And knowing games, that means it'll hold maybe like 4 games. 4 not large games. Things like God of War eat up its memory. Where would be the Dirt Burger? Up here, right? Oh, freak. Well, that killed 2 of them. There we go. Not a lot of dudes die. Hey. Come on, Burger. Ah, there we go. Ready up, because now we need to go to Dirty Docks. Thank you for tuning in, by the way. Excuse my grunginess. Good morning, I hope everyone's doing good. I'm going to delve into the political here for just a little while, but it's good news. Kelly Loeffler, big old Trumpsy, lost her seat. As you know, Georgia is the race to give the Democrats the third branch of power, and she lost. There's one more, and he is losing, but too close to call. And if he loses, the Democrats have all 3 branches. Now, don't get too excited, because not all Democrats are progressives. A lot of them are imperialists, a lot of them are pro-corporate. A lot of them are currently ex-Republicans. But, at least this stops the handful of Trump seats that remain in the Senate and Congress and so on from having any power. Pretty much whatsoever. So while progression probably isn't going to jump forward by leaps and bounds, what that means is the regressive stuff we've been happening, the pro-religious crap, though that was also pushed by Democrat, the anti-internet crap, like the current federal crime to stream bullshit, will stop being pushed, hopefully. Hardcore things like that. Especially anything anti-abortion, anything anti-gay, anything like that, dead. Dead in the water. Because the Democrats know the moment they drop the LGBT, the moment they drop women for pro-life, the moment they do anything like that, they're going to get called out and lose all support of what they have. No, we'll take this too, because I don't know how many I need. And drop. So hopefully with a Democrat/progressive front, we get some progression done, some stuff going forward we need. Some transgender rights being pushed into law. Some anti-corporate rights being pushed into law. We really need to get a handle on our corporate. I don't say kill capitalism. Free capitalism is actually a good idea. But capitalist control is an awful idea. And now I have to kill Brutus. Nice. Boo. I don't know where I am and who would be. I don't know who upgrades weapons around here, but we'll check. Maybe still upgrades weapons? I'm not sure. I don't think he does. It won't hurt to check him out. And that's pretty much all I really have for big news. Everything's quiet in video game front in my end right now. Nothing new in Fortnite. Nothing noticeable other than that in notable in politics. Nothing really interesting. Oh, there is one bad news. Hold on, let me find it so I know all the names involved. Oh yeah, there's two actually. One's not bad news, it's kind of funny. So Jason Hawley, who is a politician and a Trumpsy, has been complaining about how the Antifa, which news to him isn't a political organization, is attacking his house and threatening his wives, I said wives, and family. It's not happening. There was a small protest outside his house, and they shouted a little bit over a megaphone. That's it. Even the police, the actual police who were there, are like, I mean, there wasn't a. They're saying there wasn't a big issue, and no one had to be arrested, no one had to be stopped. There was nothing happening. That was like giant. But Hawley, like Trump himself, want to pretend they're the victims because that is a bully tactic. Bullies, when they're caught bullying, bad people, when they're caught being bad, turn to trying to play the victim to pretend that they aren't the villains. It happens all the time. Especially when the bullied fight back like we are doing. It's been happening forever. For example, I can think of the 90s and early 2000s, and it's still legal in some places. Oh, you don't update anything. You're fired, sir. What else do I have to do? Oh, I have to harvest building material. I could be doing that. Sir, I'm going to take down your entire house. I hope you don't mind. I was actually going to leave all the stuff up, just take down the wall. Why are you unarmed? Weird. But yeah, he's sitting here posting videos, trying to prove his point. It's not. Comes a storm rush. I have to move here in a minute. Wait, is sand tumbling back? I didn't even check. I guess we'll find out now. It is not back. I'm about to be overrun by the storm, but whatever. I need to come back in and do Bruce anyway. Someone's obviously back in the Coliseum still. Sounds like they're upstairs. Oh shit, good to move. I was so busy stalking him, I lost track of time. Well then, that was a crappy catch. No one saw that. There's no records. Your mind has been erased. What was the other thing I wanted to talk about? To do with Kenosha. So you may or may not be aware of what's happening. If you are with the Black Lives Matter movement, or you are aware of the police movements going on, police responsibility movements going on. In Kenosha, a man named Jacob Blake was shot in the back while in his SUV. He didn't have a weapon. He wasn't doing anything wrong. It was one of those cases where you have a trigger-happy cop who just happened to be white, and they think, oh, I am judge, jury, and executioner. This guy's reaching for maybe something. I have the right to kill him. Which they do not, and they should never have. So this cop, I don't currently have the name of right now. It looks like a storm chaser I watch. Shot him in the back 7 times. He is not dead, surprisingly. He's permanently paralyzed from the waist down. He'll never walk again. He was shot in front of his children. I think all of his children. Shit. Why do we have to start over here? We'll go this way and see if Chuggala guy has the ability to update weapons. If not, we'll head in and see if we can find someone that can upgrade weapons. That is a loud glider. So, but, get this, the judges in the area have decided not to prosecute him. He gets no charge against him. He illicitly fired his weapon into the back of an innocent man, and he is getting absolutely no chance of jail time. Now, more than likely, if he had went to court, he would have just gotten the case tossed. The jury would have acquitted him. Whatever. It happens. Our country, if anything, is not extremely smart and extremely racist. But at least we could have shown the justice system in its broken form. Instead, what we have is a guy who won't see any form of justice, any kind of mark set up against him for trying to end a man's life. Believe me, he didn't paralyze him on purpose. He didn't shoot to maim. He was shooting to kill. He unloaded his gun into that guy 7 times. And the guy was non-aggressive. He wasn't fighting back. He wasn't doing anything. He was just sitting there. Big Chuggets, are you not even friggin' here? I am disappointed. So that's the news I have for y'all today. Some really good, some interesting, and one really not good. But expected in America. Let's lighten the mood with different talk. What? Yesterday we talked about your favorite game. Soundtracks, I should say. And I gave you versions of mine. Oh, yesterday I also played Control. I forgot about that. Did y'all get to see Control? So today we'll talk about favorite games. Again, if you're in chat and you wish to tell us your favorite games, feel free. If you end up in YouTube, tell me and I'll mention it next video, which will be tomorrow most likely. Mention it tomorrow. What's your favorite games? Like, throughout all your history of gaming, where did you start? What's your favorite games? I started in the 1980s. I was pretty young when we got our first Nintendo Entertainment System. My first game was Mario. That said, as much as I played the NES, absolutely none of them were extremely memorable to me. I know I have a bunch of older, or just as old gamers going, what? The NES had such awesome games. They did have good games, but they weren't games I would call my favorite games. I wouldn't hit a favorite games or favorite series until the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, and then I have a handful. One of my favorite games in series were Breath of Fire 1 and 2. I am an Anthro fan. I ain't a furry so far as you would call someone who dresses up in fursuits and goes to Anthrocons. That ain't me. But I like anthropomorphic entertainment and videos. I blame Disney mostly for that. Bambi, Lion King, Fievel Goes West. Was that Disney? Nim, which I'm pretty sure wasn't Disney. Shit like that. I like movies like that. And it's just what I grew up on. And I like entertainment like that. Bloody Roar. We'll get to that later. But yeah. Breath of Fire was technically an Anthro game. It was a game about a half-human people, a guy who could change into a dragon. You assholes. I don't have nothing to do with you. What the hell is this and what's going on? You a bot? Is that a yes? Why is your gun so freaking loud? What are you shooting me with? Hey, what were you shooting me with? Ah. Did you upgrade your gun, sir? I need a gun upgrade. You don't upgrade guns? Boo. You're fired. I'll take your bullets, though. Still boo. You know what? For that. You are now in your house forever. He's not even fighting it. He's like, okay, I accept this. I deserve it. Breath of Fire, the very first game, was about a series, race or type of people called the Dragons. They had the ability, I should say, to change from their human form into actual dragon forms. And the dragons were actual dragons. They changed into godlike dragon forms. Depending on the series part you play, they could change into certain different types of dragons or one type of dragon that could metamorphose. I only played the first 2 games all the way through. After the Super Nintendo, I fell out with the series. Oh, Jesus, I didn't realize the storm was moving. We're not too far away. Circle, I can make it. Woo. But, it was a good game. It had good RPG elements, had an excellent story. The second game had an even better story. Also, the first Breath of Fire was one of the first games I ever played with multiple endings. Like, there were 2 endings. And ironically, I got the bad ending. I thought it was the only ending at the time, and it was really kind of a, why the fuck did I just play this game? But I still loved it. I don't know if Breath of Fire 2 had multiple endings. Honestly, don't. I hear Mando's rifle. And I don't have any kind of health. I thought I heard Mando's rifle. Well, my throat's just filled up with crap. What is going on over here? Is it all the way over there that I'm hearing? Ha! I don't know if that was a bot, but that was a good hit. I don't see anything new with the 0 point. I would like some health, though. No health. There's Mando's rifle. What did I just see? Damn. That's cool, it's what I needed anyway. Ooh, good news just appeared. 2 of the cops involved in murdering Breonna Taylor were just fired. They'll probably never see justice. There hasn't even been charges brought about them, nothing. It's been months since they illegally raided her house and shot her to death. But at least they're fired, I guess, and hopefully blacklisted. For the most likely they're not. They'll probably be let go and be hired by a different police department, like a bunch of others. But centimeter amount of justice. It's about as much as you can wish for in this country right now. And it looks like Trump protesters, let's see, we've got some news coming in here from AOL. DC police make several arrests ahead of pro-Trump election protests. It seems like several of the Trumpsies, the terrorist group known as Proud Boys, the KKK, and the Nazis, neo-Nazis, several of them were arrested, acting up before the actual protest that is scheduled for today, actually, during the inauguration stuff. Ooh, almost in sync. Okay, to Dirty Docks. Dirty Docks is at the end of the bus route. I'm hoping the inauguration is very lowly attended. They don't allow a lot of people there. Everybody's forced to wear masks. I know that Trumpler won't be there, and I know the VP is supposed to show up, the Pence, the evangelist, but it's also said he's not going to stay the entire time. He's just showing up to make face, give his support to the terrorist troops that are going to go cause trouble. Okay, we're gonna hope nobody's here near Brutus, and I can just go down there and pay him off. Well, there goes my hopes and dreams. There's somebody up here. Let's hope they don't come over near. Frick. Someone's over there jumping in the water. Hopefully they don't go near Brutus. Excuse you. I hate it when it builds below ground. Ah, shit, it's a human. It's a dead human. It may not be a human. I don't know how it popped off two, things. But it looks like I caught it before it was done drinking. Yeah, it's a waste. Whatever. I'm not here to win. I'm here to do this mission. Driving away. Good. Get lost. Oh, that's all we had to do? Well, that'll be that. I still need to collect stuff, right? Building materials, 700 out of 1,000. You turn all my stuff to purple. Within purple, within purple. beyond what I already have. There, it is. Now, mostly a loft. Crap, I destroyed the stairs. I'm surprised there's not more stairs like this. This is a much more aesthetic stairs than the roundabouts. How did you get up here? I'm turning this place into... Oh, there we go. Okay, I'm done. Now your place is a, one of those... there's a second stairs. How do you even get up there? And down, for that matter. I will fix. It's not OCD. What are you talking about? Oh, I thought you could fix it to that. Hey, what are you breaking? Just did that for the hell of it. Okay, what is the rest of my stuff? Done with that, done with that. Oh, I'm done with all the dailies. Coolio. Pistols, supply drops, and vehicles. And why not be the vehicle? Really? Come on, Fortnite. Make our vehicle wraps work for these vehicles, so they'd be so good looking. I assume that's why you made vehicle wraps. That glitch is still going on. And dead. He's dead, Jim. I need gas. Oh, look, another truck. Let's see if this one flips when I pick it up. I really wonder why my logo didn't show up there. I'll have to check, see everything's reset on the Twitch on here, I guess. Maybe something has to be done. Whoop. Shot my truck. Turn on the mower noises. I'm the mower. I see you. No one saw anything. Ooh, loud. Aw. Oh, I can sit there and run people all over people all day in this game. Play with it like it's a GTA. Especially when you interrupt two people fighting like that. Return into the lobby. I think I am going to end up downloading Call of Duty Warzone. I probably won't spend the money on it like I spent on this. I like Fortnite better. But everybody else seems to be playing Warzone as well, so might as well get in with my bro and our old friend. Cool. Put that into the randoms. Yeah. Get out of here. I don't see much Easter eggs in this. Sometimes there's Easter eggs in the picture. She looks noticeably... I think she's evil by the looks of this picture. But she's not... No Easter eggs that I see. Just her suit. I do believe now that she is a villain and there's a reason she's so creepy looking. What's left? A bunch of stuff we can do in Rumble. Oh, so get this. Chumsy Kelly Loeffler, who just lost her runoff in Georgia, co-owns the WNBA team Dream. Dream was shown just prior to this wearing shirts supporting her opponent. So even her own team is tired of corporatism BS and Nazism. The person who defeated her was an African-American reverend named Warnock. I like that it's another African-American male, another person of color in our much too whitewashed political system. We keep getting those POCs in, and we can actually have representation of all people in our country. I'm a little drawn back that he's a reverend. I'm not going to say that all reverends are evil, but the history of religion in our country is very, very bad. Majority of it is anti-homosexual, anti-transgender. Even racism is steeped in religious history. So I'll be a little cautious with that. But it's definitely a good win. And as far as I can tell, he seems to be a good person. Well, that's it on the stuff there. We can head over to Twitter and see what is trending. The trends, the trends. What the frick am I doing again? I need pistol, don't I? Supply drops and vehicles. Pistol, supply drops, and vehicles. Are any of those doable with friends? No. They have to be done by me. Pistol, supply drops, and vehicles. Actually, I had to hurt people who are inside vehicles. And looks like snow's still here, so planes are still here. Excuse me? Oh. Yeah, frick, I don't. Sorry, my dude, if you're in the building over there, I already cleared it out. I think I see a pistol. Hey. Oh my god. Oh, it's so loud in here. That'll be more useful. You know, there used to be like a little village thing out here, it's gone, and they never replaced the trailers that used to be up here. Weird. Where did I land? Why won't you pick up the ammo? Oh, I know where I am. Take that. Am I on don't feel? Or did I just end up with 3? But anyway, this year is looking hopeful. Everything's looking up. When we had Obama, his campaign was ran on hope. The idea was we'd become better than the Bush era warmongers had been. Damn, I had the wrong gun. However, he probably never guessed it, mostly because he was African American and Arab. People like Trump would gain control and bring us somewhere worse than the Bush era. So this is a new era of hope. Yeah. That I hope turns out really well. And hopefully by having a good Damn it. That was mine. Probably by having a good run of leftist politics, or peaceful, prosperous. We show the people who vote for the right for no good reason, the ones that aren't racists, that the left aren't bad people. The ones who are totally just racists and Nazis, Proud Boys, nothing really we can do to change them. Just who they are. I do apologize for losing my voice. Getting all gunked up. Apparently there's something in there. My allergies don't like it. All I need to do is kill one person with a pistol, and then that mission's done. I think it's one person. Oh no, I don't. I need to kill 9 people. No, 11 people with a pistol. My mistake. This is going to take a while. Ha! Master Chief, quit following me. I was with you in pancakes today, Space Dude. I believe that was Dragon's Breath, because that got me really good. Ah, another one of you. No. I almost had her, you butt. Two. Well, we got something from Fortnite. We're aware that previewing the bullet emote is causing crashes on PC in performance mode. Huh. So if you're running the next-gen performance mode on PC, your game may crash in the store, so be careful. We're gonna focus on pistol kills for now. Even if we only get like 2 or 3 around. And that's why we're in Team Rumble. Good butt. Damn it. Yeeter. Yeeter, yeeter. Ah. Why do I feel like half our team quit? Yeah, it's 9-13. That'd explain a lot. Ooh, got another one. And some ammo. Oh, you're not one of me. I actually like my tolling bell. It's the closest I could find to Sephiroth's tolling bell, by the way. Well, that didn't work. Well, that didn't work. Chief of Masters is back to task me. To task me. I do apologize for anyone who turned in for last night's stream, by the way, being lost for an hour and a half before I looked it up and realized I was just being dumb. Fun though. I got some of the side missions done. Don't get to go up there. Come down. Oh, I got sniped. How could he ever see me on top of that orange tree? Ooh, it looks like Xbox players might be thinking of grabbing up the DualSense. Aww. I'm just ready up. We gotta do more of that. Ooh, congratulations, Sir No Beans, a part of the Salty Raiders. He's become a Twitch partner. There are two types. If you are not aware of how Twitch works, I'm a nobody. I'm a Twitch person who comes on here and streams. If you get, I want to say 60 people following you, and at least 3 people watching you out on average, then you become a Twitch affiliate, which gives you access to the sub button, and I think also allows you commercials, I think. If you get a ton of subs, then you become and constant watchers, then you become a Twitch partner. You know, I'm kind of half-half. I came on here to stream just for fun, really, I did. I wanted the experience of streaming with friends that I used to have back in the day, and this is the closest I can get, is sharing my experiences online. And I get some good watches, especially VODs. My VODs get like dozens of watches. And I thank all of you who show up for that. I see y'all are doing that. I appreciate it. I'm sorry VODs don't take comments. I upload all these to YouTube, so if you go to Sephiroth TX, no space on YouTube, no space, no underscore, you'll find VODs that you can comment on. So, you know, just letting y'all know. But I get dozens of watches on VODs. And, where am I going in there? What do I have as my skin? The birthday cake? Is that really the best I could do for this skin? Oh, I'm on randoms. Okay. That makes much more sense. That also explains why I'm got a Batman tool. That. And pistols. That's really what I need. Hello, Joker. I like how that whistles. Loud ass reactor. Oh wait, that was a shotgun. Pick up the shotgun. So yeah, I do appreciate that y'all come out here and watch me either live or after the fact. I'm seeing all that. I can't see who's VOD'd me, watches my VODs, but I can see who watches my other stuff, so feel free to look. And always show up live, and I will technically let you chat about everything as long as you are polite and not rude. I don't allow racism, homophobia, transphobia, stuff like that. I'll kick you out. But, you know, keep it PG-13. You can be rude, whatever. Keep it PG-13 level. Nothing that will make Twitch yeet me out the window. Oh wait, do I have? I do have. What am I doing? Much cooler cyborg ninja. Ninja. I'm a little ninja. If y'all don't know what that is, I think Jacksepticeye played through it, and I don't remember what it's called, but it's a little side-scroller horror. Well, psychological horror, question mark? And it was really good. Its ending was kind of like WTF, but I kind of saw it as an old horror fan coming from miles away. So, you know, go watch it, go look it up, go find it, whatever the hell it's called. It's a little... looks like 7-year-old cartoon girl is the main character. So, the theme of my phone, of course, is Sephiroth. I've changed most of the ringtones to One Winged Angel. They're different versions of One Winged Angel. Unfortunately, I couldn't really find the remake version of One Winged Angel, which I think is called Rebirth. Not yet. I use mostly a app called Zedge to change all this stuff. It's very easy to do. The backgrounds, of course, my logos. The only difference is I originally had the alarm and the notifications as those the planet have chosen with the tolling bell, the original version. But I learned that notifications, if they go off multiple times, which as you just heard happen, will override themselves, so you'll have multiple songs playing at once if you have a song. And that was kind of annoying. So I took off the notification version of those the planet have chosen, left that on my alarms, and I just have a tolling bell, the closest tolling bell I could find, as the notifications. Nice and loud, I'll hear it from anywhere. People will probably be like, why is there a bell tolling when I'm at work tomorrow? I'll be like, because death cooks for you, for whom the bell tolls. Oh, sorry, I am turning back on the stream manager. I normally watch like lots of trailers and video game trailers, so I'd have something to... Oh, you're one of me. But there is literally no new trailers. Come on in. Hey, how dare you kill me? That thing looks like a Connect thing, only I would never be able to build that.
It is.
It's made out of Connects?
Yes.
Who made it? Man, the one time I tried Connects, it was a roller coaster. We got to like a quarter of it and realized that we had screwed up and it was pointless. Ooh, chests. Oh wait, I hear someone. Wait, I hear somebody dead. Wow. Wobba Fett. That's so weird. There's a news article here that says Biden's presidency now stands a chance. Excuse me, it had already won, and it was Trump's presidency that hadn't stood a chance for a while, and it never will now. It had its run, 8 lost. Yeah, I got another one. Oh, more bullets. Gotta build a bridge to the new place. Aesthetics. Aesthetics are important, I swear. Come on over. Bye, Felicia. How many do I have left? 12. Don't be so salty, Mando. Don't load faster. Darn it. Headache. He's dead, Jim. I can't read that. Why not move?
What is that?
Oh, well, I had to check. Oh wait, was that in your text messages?
Yes.
Oh, ignore that. That's most likely a scam. I don't know how you're getting text messages like that. If any of you have kids out there, do watch their text messages, because my son keeps getting scam messages. It doesn't matter.
They keep calling me Felicia.
They keep calling you Felicia?
Yes.
Maybe they're telling you goodbye. Get it? I are funny. I are hilarious. Okay, the people I'm playing with are becoming too OP. I need to kill people. Stop killing all the people. Well, I guess I'm going down. But, here we go.
What happened here?
It's Ima with an extra M. I'm.
Spell I-M-A, not I-M-M-A.
I like selling it with 2 M's. Wait, where'd everybody go? Samurai. Well, where'd he go? He fell. Get back here. Damn. I'm out of there. Oh, you're one of me. Where all the bad guys at? Yeah. Whew, are you a bad guy? No, you're not a bad guy. Hey. Where the heck is this circle dropping? On the side of a mountain? Whoop. This is the craziest circle. Half the place isn't even standable. Oh, well, we won. Tiny reindeer. You know you can delete all those, right? And you can also black the ones that are numbers. Nine more pistol eliminations. Already up. We're at an hour 20, so we got about 40 minutes to go. I hope y'all are having or have an excellent day. Oh, look, I get to be creepy Snow Girl. You get to see her claws that she uses. Look, here's the creepy claws. God, grasping icy snow globes. Don't ask. I don't know. She just has random creepy claws as her tool. It's still snowy, so there may still be time to get these missions done if you haven't finished them yet. Grab her. There it is. Why did you say what? Did you see the hardcore parkour? He didn't slap me for saying that.
Did you turn off your notification sound?
No. I like my notification sound. That is not a pistol. Hello, I didn't tell you.
Like a bell notification sound.
It's sort of like the bell on that one song.
I'm gonna ask you what song, because you're probably gonna stream because you're probably going to sing on stream if I do.
No, it's those chosen by the planet. But I originally had that as my notification, but it kept repeating itself if there's more than one notification going off, which kind of got weird and annoying. So whose hands are these? Because they look a little too big and twisted to be humans. It's like a frozen Storm King hand or something. Are we gonna have a Snow King? Wait, we already had the Ice King. The Storm King will be back next year as the Snow King. He'll freeze whatever map we happen to be in at the time. This map, another map, who knows? Completely different map. A mixture of maps. Come down here, all you see is frozen mud. Oh, Walgreens. What are you?
What?
You know, Walgreens is emailing me for some reason. Weird. I don't have anything. Oh, now I can't hear it very well because of the storm. I think it's right here. Oh, the star generator. Why is it all pixelated?
Because I've zoomed in.
Oh, too far?
Yeah. This is that picture of me yesterday when I'm taking a picture of them enjoying the fire. And they're just sitting there like, bruh.
The kitties like the fire. I had at least, I think Chi and Mama Cat. No, I'm sorry. Squeaky and Mama Cat with me all night long. Two of them stayed in there. I don't remember now.
She's in the picture too.
No, I mean when you left and the fire was still going. That is also not a pistol. I need a pistol. All I want for Christmas is a pistol. What do you mean Christmas? This is over. Christmas can't be over. Oh look, a pistol. Yay, Christmas is still alive.
Wait a minute. Your headphones plug in from the headphones, too.
You mean up here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm aware. In fact, when I first started streaming with them and I couldn't hear anything and they couldn't hear me, the reason was this wasn't plugged in all the way. That was loud.
What?
Someone just like did a gunshot when it puts me in that standby on randoms, just like right in front of the barrel. Man, look, it's Grogu. Yo. Oh, hold on. Say again?
She's looking at me in the center of the room, looking guilty, and
Did he do something to get in trouble?
I don't know.
I can't tell, but it sounds like that glider is more windy than normal. This in case I get done with my pistols. Someone just fall? What are you doing? Oh, you're welcome. Ha. That's what I'm here for. Yeah. But you're the super building, sir. This is Team Rumble. Yeah. Also, a fire breath that failed to heal. That's got a creepy sound to it. Does not sound like the original glider. I don't know where I'm going. Oh look, I have this. Wah. For our plans tonight, we will be streaming at 10 o'clock. We won't go past midnight because I have early morning work tomorrow, so just salute me. 2 hours max. Playtime. And tomorrow will be about the same thing. Yeah, I got one. I exploded. Really? Land right in front of a rocket like that. headshot too. I thought he was AFK. An assist. Another assist. Where are we at? 60 out of 75. They're winning a whole bunch. Got him. You know, I wasn't so sure about this suit, but I do like the designs on it. Aesthetically, it's a very good suit. I see we have a Rocketeer. I got a few good pot shots off of him. What I got left on this? 5 more? Nice. Oh, I accidentally eliminated someone, or he killed himself. And it counted towards me. I know, the Chief of Masters is back. Oh. Hold on. I'll be right back. My son needs me. Let's return to the lobby so it doesn't just kick me into a game or something weird. Okay, I'm back. Right back in we go. You know what? I want to change something real quick. Unlock her. I have to remember where she is. There's so many of her stuff. She should be around this area. There we go. Okay, so she's 4. I'm gonna change her to green because I feel like green and red captures the colors of Christmas better than gold and red does. See, doesn't look more Christmassy. I'll leave her with the gold eyes. She's still gonna be just in randoms if she shows up. But I like to keep her up to date. Like once all the Christmas goes away, she usually matches the latest character I have. this. Add the style to green. I should be running green and red the entire thing. I'll keep the icy heart as the looks. She's not technically in my loadout. She should have been in my loadout at the beginning, but she's not. No, there's not really any room for her. Huh? No. Hello, chicharrones. What are you up to? That was okay. Keep it like that for now.
He's sitting here wondering how the heck does this work on this?
He gets scritches on the head because he's a good kitty. Hello, chicharroni. He's a good kitty. Don't stick your head in that. Okay, back to what we're doing. I need what?
I don't think I can possibly stick my head in this.
I'm talking about him.
I don't know, can he? No.
He's like, what?
I was like, if he got his head stuck, then I'm calling the vet and never trusting him with my
No,
head.
I could break this. It's simple plastic. If we had to rescue him, rescue the chicharrones.
But then I would still never forgive you.
How's your nose today, dude? I got a mess with your nose. It's wet. Ow, stop hitting me. Wait, why can't I emote? Oh, there we go. Okay, we are starting on the very side of a map over here. Why not the tallest mountain? Haven't been up there in a while. There isn't usually a chest up here anymore. There's sometimes one of those big containers. But I don't know if those big containers show up in Team Rumble. What? I was petting your face and you didn't want me. That is a nope. Nothing up there. So let's go straight down here. Ah, that tickles you. Why are you licking my wrist? I do not need 2 shotguns. In fact, what I need is a pistol. Pistolero. You're a good cheat. That is not a pistol. I think the cat's trying to eat me. I am not food. Oh, look, a pistol. Deal. The one thing I do miss about the upgrade benches is you can't upgrade in this mode anymore. Are you over there looking at the Jaden?
Yeah, there.
He's a good cat. Okay. More stuff.
More of looking at that ball.
Lots of ammo. I now have more gun ammo than I had last 2 times, which is good. I need 5 more kills with the pistol. Sup? He's a good cat. He's a happy cat. Don't look too happy there, sir.
What? Who?
Cheech. Cheech Marin the cat. Oh, I don't think I ever realized the lights on this street light up. Maybe I never wear it at night. $15, depending how long this match takes, and it is a 115, so this will likely be my last match for the morning. Now I think it's technically evening. We started a little late, that's okay. Had things to do. Why do I have two of these? Oh my glob. All I want for Christmas is to get in this treasure chest. I have 217 ammo. Nothing really in there. That was weird. Is that everybody? That's all the chests in here? I think so. Okay. Do you think VOD is counted against you if you're just tapping out the beat on a gun? I would hope not. That would be lame. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to leave that alive, so. Oh, he just got harpooned. Hilarious. No, Kill Steal. Kill Steal Volume 1. And now the sword is on fire. I'll save that to next time I die. I thought this said Crank gameplays. I was like, Crank? In Fortnite? Come on. Uh-oh. Yeah. close it up. I'm back. Pat the cat. There you go. That's a good pat cat. That cat's from Pat. Well,
We can't tell if he likes it or if it
he looks like pretty happy. That cat's pretty human friendly. Don't shoot me. I'm on your team. Oh, if y'all looking for updates on the expansion of our library of systems, we're still looking for a PS5. Hopefully when they start mass producing the PS5s with the production of the PS4s. Huh?
I want to play PlayStation 4s with the main new thing, and they look so good.
Well, the PS4 Pros still look pretty nice. The biggest difference between these are not the crispness of the games, but how much memory they can hold and the extra data. Plus, the biggest difference is probably the ray tracing graphics. This has got what is technically non-NVIDIA like GTX in it. I don't think a GTX is in here. It's the non-version of video of it, whereas the PlayStation 5 and Xbox have the non-video version of RTX in it, so it runs RTX graphics. Don't ask me what the company's called because I don't remember.
What?
I don't remember what the name of the graphics company called, that the cards they use are. Where's everybody?
The PlayStation 5
It's on video. I was already schooled on it by someone else. It's their, they have graphics cards made by different people. Same idea as an RTX, same ray tracing ability, just different company. All that stuff down there is burned. I can still hear
they
the.
Make a new Just Cause on the PlayStation 5.
That'd be nice. The Just Cause 4 is kind of old, isn't it?
Yeah.
A handful of years old. All the explosion graphics and the ray tracing graphics, that'd be nice. Explosions are always really pretty in HD. Even the older HDs.
It's just not HD, Dad.
This is HD, this is 4K.
HD doesn't need that.
High definition, Jaden. High definition is the quality of resolution.
6K, you mean?
This is 4K. There really is no one's doing 6K. I know. I have a mission with pistols. Where's everybody? Hello, people? Yeah, I know, but no one's doing it. It's gonna go from 4K to 8K. 8Ks or TVs are coming out. But really the difference between the 4K and the 8K is so minuscule, it's almost not necessary. Like there's a huge difference. Oh, he bounced himself up and I'm just gonna slide down the hill. All the way down the hill. Hey, look, a person. Wait, are you on my side? He's not on my side. He had no arrow. I was just shooting at the guy who killed me. Yay for AFK. Hello, AFK. One more. If I can get one more before we're done, I win. I thought we were at 115 gold this round. Was that last round? I'm confused. I swear the goal said 115 when we get dropped in. No! So close. Chi, I'm gonna be left with 1 kill left. It'll be all your fault, Chi. Chi's like, what'd I do? I didn't do it. Yeah, I'm done. Search supply drops is not done. Okay, we got more of those. And damage vehicles. Damage people in vehicles, which will be interesting. Had them randomly. Okay, we're going to return to the lobby. We're going to take that win and end the stream with it. Just about 2 hours of stream time. By the time I'm done talking, it will be 2 hours of stream time pretty much. Thank you again for showing up. You and the VODs, thank you for showing up every day. I see y'all's views. I don't always see who's viewing me, but follow me and I'll call you out as for following me. Call you out because it sounds like a bad thing. But I'll mention you for following me. I always try to. Up until the follows get so heavy, I can't keep up with them on this list. And then, you know, you could always show up live and say, hey, I just followed you. I'll be like, thank you. I always try to keep up with the people who follow. I appreciate y'all a lot. Again, if you're watching this on VOD and you want to comment on something, head over to YouTube. This video will be in YouTube within a handful of hours from me releasing it. I usually try and post it within... I go post it the moment I get off this most of the time, unless I have to go do something. Tonight we will be running Final Fantasy VII again. We are at Icicle, which I didn't go into last, but if memory serves me, though it's been like a decade since I've finished this game. Last finished this game. I do believe this is like a snow resort. There's a snow minigame in it. There's a lost person, question mark? A lost husband or a lost father who went hiking and never came back. I remember that kind of like, what as a child that could happen. But, I don't remember if anything big happens in Icicle. I don't know why we're here. I don't know if it's just kind of a break between Aerith's death and what happens in the northern crater or northern cave, or whatever you want to call it. Anyway, pop in around 10 o'clock for Final Fantasy VII OG. We'll be running through that. I've got probably a handful of days left on that, if not an armful of days left on that. We're in the teens on the number of episodes this has taken. Tomorrow I work super early, so there will be no morning chill streams. There will be an evening stream, but just like tonight, there will probably be no pregame because I want to spend time with my son. So tomorrow, I'll remind you tonight when I play. Tomorrow I'll show up for the 4th episode of Control. The love story to the SCP Foundation type story. It's sort of like half horror, half superhero RPG. It's really fun. I like it. If you haven't got to play Control, recommend it. Recommend all of Remedy's games. They're all really good. If you want to check out Remedy's games, I've played Alan Wake DLC, Alan Wake American Nightmare, and Quantum Break as of now. I also played Max Payne, but that was back in the PS2 era. And maybe one day when I get all this streaming set up, I'll go back into Max Payne and play all of them, because those are still some of my favorite third-person shooter games. Max Payne is just everything about it, the noir dark setting. Yeah, it was really good if you ignore that the dream... I liked the dream idea, it's just the way of playing it was really frustrating. Anyway, I'll be out, and I will see y'all tonight for Final Fantasy VII. Y'all have a good day.